has been against the US drone strikes. He became a persona non grata for many in the powerful US establishment when he took a very vocal position along with the Human Rights Watch. Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, definitely Human Rights Watch, were with him when he did massive demonstrations, an organized demonstration against the Obama's use of 300 plus drone strikes inside Pakistan. Thousands of people died in those drone strikes. Imran Khan's position was this, that this is a violation of Pakistan's sovereignty. If someone has to do, first of all, drone strikes is inhuman, but if anyone has to do the drone strikes against the alleged militants, it has to be done by the Pakistan. So this was the stage in which he was seen as a Taliban Khan.
Right. So basically, he just like took on Western interventionism and militarism and empire, and for that reason was vilified. I mean, I'm oversimplifying it a little bit, but
no,
I mean,
you're simplifying it, but you're simplifying it correctly. This is actually another tragedy of the interaction between the West and Muslim countries. So Muslim leadership that actually comes with a Western background and actually thinks that they can argue, like Imran Khan is as much a product of United Kingdom and Britain as much he's a product of Pakistan. I mean, he's been educated at Oxford University. He played all his life in cricket. He became a star in Britain. He had access to British royalty, nobility. He had all his girlfriends within the British nobility. His first wife is a very important British family, Jemima Goldsmith, coming from a Jewish and British family. His second wife was British. So he's as much British as Pakistani. But all the people who either have, like you and me, raised in the Western culture, we believe in Western democracy. So when a Muslim leader starts to believe in the of the concept of Western democracy and say this is not right, the Western leadership turns against him. And they want obsequious leadership like the present Pakistani leadership that were always saluting. They're intimidated when they're in the present and White House. They meet the Western leadership. They're intimidated just by the fact they are in the West. Imran Khan, on the other hand, looks eye to eye. When he came here in 2019 and met Donald Trump, if you ask your team to take up the footage, you look how he looks to Donald Trump and shakes hands with him eye to eye. He's a self-respecting Muslim leader. So this is where the problem is. The self-respecting Muslim leadership that is educated and speaks the language of the West is not acceptable to the West. On the other hand, the obsequious, weak Muslim leadership that actually, is totally prostrating in front of the in London or Washington, they like those kind of characters. So Imran Khan's real problem is not that he's an Islamist. He's a self-respecting nationalist who asserts himself and demands rights for the Pakistani people.
What about his relationship with India?
Yeah, his relationship, he tried, when he became the prime minister, he wrote to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi that, first of all, when he won the election in July 2018, he made a speech, the victory speech. And he said that we want to have a very good relationship with India. If they take one step, we will take 2 steps for peace with India. Then the first thing he did was, because India and Pakistan relationship have always been bad, and they were especially bad because the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi took an exceptional step of traveling to Pakistan when Nawaz Sharif was the Prime Minister in December 2015. He came to attend a marriage party. This was actually sort of a breaking through diplomatic in a very informal way. But within 1 week, there was a terrorist attack on an Indian airbase in Pathankot, and the relationship became very bad between India and Pakistan. Then India also had a surgical strike on Pakistan in 2016. So when Imran Khan became the prime minister, the relationship between India and Pakistan were cold, very, very bad relationship at that time. So he wrote a personal letter to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he requested that on the United Nations General Assembly, let the foreign ministers of Pakistan and India meet. So initially, the Indian establishment resisted. Then the Indian Prime Minister approved that, and it was decided that the foreign ministers will meet somewhere in September of 2018. Then a small terrorist incident happened somewhere in the Indian administered Jammu and Kashmir, and the Indian establishment got berserk. They blamed Imran Khan for that, though Imran Khan had nothing to do. If such an incident happened, it had to do with Pakistani military that manages the relationship with India on a military sense. But the Indians went on berserk and they said Imran Khan is a terrorist. I mean, we're not going to meet him. The meeting was cancelled. So Imran at the time did the mistake. He should have actually been a little quiet. He also started speaking very aggressively against the Indian Prime Minister. And then the relationship were very bad. And then subsequently, when India abrogated the Article 370. We are going in too much detail for an American viewership, but relationship became bad afterwards, and they kept on going from bad to bad. So relationship never improved, unfortunately. So Indians were very happy when Imran Khan was removed.
Right. I mean, it's a pretty good.
But now the situation has changed. But now their feeling has changed. Now, after post-Pahalgam in 2025, the Indian intelligentsia, the Indian media, the Indian government has started to look at Pakistan in a different way. Today, the Indian intelligentsia do not see Imran Khan as a threat. They think they have done a mistake. If you look at the India's powerful English press, you'll feel and see a totally different opinion emerging on Imran Khan.
And we do have, I think, a little video of Trump and Khan meeting.
I was with Prime Minister Modi 2 weeks ago, and we talked about this subject. And he actually said, "Would you like to be a mediator or arbitrator?" I said, "Where?" He said, "Kashmir," because this has been going on for many, many years. I was surprised at how long it's been going on long. And
70 years.
I think they'd like to see it resolved, and I think you'd like to see it resolved. And if I can help, I would love to be a mediator. It shouldn't be, I mean, it's impossible to believe two
Won't shut up, Trump.
incredible countries that are very, very smart, with very smart leadership, can't solve a problem like that. But if you would want me to mediate or arbitrate, I would be willing to do that.
Yes, President, I can tell you that right now, you will have the prayers of over 1 billion people if you can mediate and resolve this issue.
It should be resolved. So, but he asked me the same thing, so I think there's something. So maybe we'll speak to him, or I'll speak to him, and we'll see if we can do something.
Mr. Tyson,
Because I've heard so much about Kashmir.
Yes.
Such a beautiful name. It's supposed to be such a beautiful part of the world, but
It's in-
right now there's just bombs all over the place. They say everywhere you go you have bombs, and it's a terrible situation. Been going on for many years. If I can do anything to help that, let me know. Let me give you one thing.
Katie, the interesting contrast is this, which your team is not aware, but every Pakistani has that contrast in the mind. Because when the former Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif came here, when he was meeting Obama, he had his points written for him by the foreign officer or the military, and he lost that piece of paper. Now, he didn't know where the piece of paper is. So he kept on searching his front pocket and back pocket, and he was looking in his right pocket and his left pocket because he didn't know what to say to Obama. So Obama was waiting for him, and the cameras were like shuttering, and everybody was looking to him, what the Prime Minister of Pakistan has to say. But he knew he would not say anything without a piece of paper. Maybe the piece of paper was given to him by the Pakistani military. So here is the contrast. When you see a Pakistani leader that comes to Washington, can speak for himself, it actually gives Pakistani people a sense of confidence about themselves. And that is why it's such a big issue right now.
And look forward to welcoming you and Mr. Obama, Mrs. Obama in Pakistan. And Keema and Dal is waiting for you. Thank you.
Wow.